Aloha. Hey, if you're catching this on the replay, just understand that this is a live Facebook video when it was recorded. If you're catching it on YouTube, or if you're catching the audio version on the Men of Abundance podcast, I'm going to be repurposing this. Good morning, Jessica. So you'll be hearing me talking to certain people that are chiming in on the video, on the live, and just understand that this was a Facebook live video when it was first recorded. How you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Hey, so I'm repurposing some of my content now. So those of you who are jumping on will know that when you listen to the replay, thanks for the thumbs up. When you listen to the replay, either on the Men of Abundance podcast, which I'll post later today, this is my Pay It Forward Aloha Friday episode. And I'll also be posting this video on my YouTube channel at my Men of Abundance YouTube channel. So the message today, I miss you too, Jessica, I really do. Hey, you know that Dylan and Dominic are both going to be down there. They're in California right now, but they're going to be back into Phoenix real soon. All right, so today I'm talking about balance. And so many people talk about having balance in their life. And in my experience, the fact of the matter is, if you have balance in your life, you're really not progressing. You're not growing. You're not learning new things. And let me explain this in a kind of an analogy. You know, like a teeter totter, a seesaw, whatever you want to call it. When the two kids are on either end, and they're both exactly the same size, they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there, and their legs are kind of dangling, and they're not having a whole lot of fun, right? So they're trying to get some motion, but they're both the same exact size, so they won't teeter either way. And they're just going to sit there until a disruptor comes in. Somebody comes on the playground and they push one of the sides down. And then when they push them down, they teach the child that's never been on a teeter-totter or a seesaw before to push their legs and push up and start going up and down. And then they teach the other kid the same thing, push up just enough so that they can get the movement to start going up and down. And then the kids are having a blast. They're having fun. They're learning. They're learning physics. They probably don't realize they're learning physics because they're having so much fun, but they are in fact learning physics. And then they're going to learn a little bit about failure as well, because if one of those kids decides to jump off and the other kid slams to the bottom, those of you who have been on a seesaw know what I'm talking about. And by the way, we don't see those in playgrounds anymore. I don't see seesaws, swings, or even those merry-go-round things that we used to push each other on. Why is that? I think we've become too safety conscious for our own good. Anyway, the thing about that is when the teeter-totter and the seesaw is perfectly straight, thanks for all the likes, I appreciate that, there's no fun, there's no learning, there's no movement. But as soon as you start getting that counterbalance and going back and forth, you start having movement. It's kind of the same in life. When you're trying to progress and learn something new, you're going to have a counterbalance. For instance, when I started my podcast over a year ago, I had abs. I was in excellent shape, and I'm not in bad shape now, but my abs aren't there anymore because I had a counterbalance. I had to start paying more attention to my podcast, my community, my listeners, answering questions, building. Eventually, it's now going into a continuity site and a coaching business, which I had no idea that was going to happen. So I had a counterbalance. I was spending more time on the business and more time on the podcast than I was on my health. Now, you can counterbalance certain things in life. You can kind of neglect certain things in life. Not for very long though, but you can neglect your job, not by not going to your job and not by doing your job, but not by continuously progressing in your job and trying to do things. I'm using these analogies because I want you to understand that there are certain things in life that you can kind of leave to the side or maintain. That's the word I'm looking for. You can kind of maintain. But as soon as you want to start becoming a better, let's say you want to become better, you want to learn an instrument, then you're going to start, when you come home from work, you're going to start spending more time on that. You're going to start spending, instead of spending time with the kids and the family, you're going to come home, you're going to eat dinner, then you're going to practice your instrument if you want to get good at it really quick, right? So there's a counterbalance there. You're learning and you're growing. Does that make sense? I know I'm kind of going on. I've got it better written out. If you want to go to the blog, and go to menofabundance.com. At the top there's a link that says blog and you click on that. I'm going to have it all written out with some graphics and everything. It's going to be much cooler than just me talking. This video is going to be there as well. So I just want you to understand that. I want you to grow in life. I want you to learn. I want you to progress through your life. But understand, you're not going to have balance if you decide to start growing. Kevin, what's going on? How you doing, man? Brandy, or who is that? I can't. Oh, Rick, what's going on? Anyway, if you're going to grow in life, you need a counterbalance. You can't have a perfectly balanced life and expect to grow. Some part of it has to kind of be out of whack. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate that, man. And so that's my message for today. I'm on my way to work. I'm on the bike trail right now, and I decided to stop out here. It's such a gorgeous, beautiful morning. Wanted to share that with you. And I'm getting ready to go over and get in my kayak and finish my commute to work. Robin, how are you doing? I miss you guys. Awesome. Aloha. Take care. You can find this video, if you're not already looking at it, on YouTube, on Facebook. It's going to be on my blog at Men of Abundance. Go check it out, and I'll have the content in there, so I'll make a little bit more sense as I explain to you the difference between having balance in your life and having a counterbalance in your life, and which way you want to go. Aloha. Take care. Oh, and there's my traffic right there. By the time I get over to the kayak, this guy, this LSU that's coming across right there, is going to be in my path, and I'm going to have to wait for it. I can't zoom in.